Good morning, everybody. Welcome out here to the farm again, and wanted to show you all a little update on the cows, and also let you kind of know that we are about to take our first load of cows off to the butcher shop, and we'll be able to start selling our 100% grass-fed beef, and we're going to start selling our beef at about $1.50 live weight. So that's, we have to sell the cow to the person, to you, and then when we sell the cow to you, then the butcher shop charges you a fee for cutting up the cow and also packaging. And ours here locally is 35 cents per live weight. So if we take a 1,000-pound cow, or a beef as they're called, we'll be taking that. That'll be $1,000, and that comes out to about, I'm charging about $1,400 per cow, and then 35 cents per pound, so it's about 100. And then also a kill fee that the slaughterhouse does, $45 for the kill fee. But yeah, we're getting closer and closer. I do have one cow that has not produced a calf. So instead of keeping her, we're going to be turning her into a beef this, well, here in about a month, really. So she's still young, still decent, good meat cow and everything. And then we also have our Free Martin that is not able to produce, and we're going to be processing her and see how all that wonderful meat turns out as well. And there's nothing like grass-fed meat. I've had it on many occasions. It's growing in popularity. The biggest thing that it's most popular for is it's about 2/3 the amount of calories. It has a really good amount of what's called CLAs, which is some type of cancer-fighting I don't know, I just saw that and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool thing. But there's a lot of good benefits to grass-fed. The biggest part for me is about 70% of the grains in the world, in America for sure, go into cows. And that's cows that are standing in a feedlot, and they know nothing other than to stand there, drink water, and eat out of a feed bin. And it's not healing the ground, it's not helping the process. Actually, most of those feedlots are just barren ground or concrete, or they're not a good, I'm not down putting them or anything. I'm going to have to sell cows eventually to whoever, but I'm hoping to be able to process these, keep it as natural as possible, so that I have the best beef for my customers. And if you're interested in being a customer, please send me an email. My email is David M. Cox, which is spelled COX, 711 at gmail.com. I'll put a little bit of a breakdown. I've created a chart on what type of steaks people are wanting. This is, if you need to be kind of close to the area, not saying you have to be, but this is going to be available for pickup at our processing facility here in Hillham, Tennessee. That company's name is Pigs Processing. They do a great job, very clean. One of the best in Tennessee, in my opinion, and a lot of other farmers around us. But yeah, if you're interested in this sort of thing, this is, the reason why we do it is to produce, one, for the soil, and two, for the consumer. We want to make sure that our cows are healthy, that they don't have to have vaccines and antibiotics unless they need them. And producing this is always a fun thing. But at the same time, you have to remember these animals are not pets. They're here for a purpose. They're here to make sure that the farm has an income. They're not just to enjoy producing calves and continuing the process over and over. But without customers and without a good product, business would be much more difficult. Now, if you're interested in South Pole cattle, next year we're going to start having our 50% South Pole calves. So we've already got 10 bred. I've got 5 that should be bred now. I just haven't had them checked out by the vet. But with those, if anybody is interested in 50% South Pole, 50% these black commercial cows, we will be selling some of those. They do finish out very well if you're looking to buy a steer, or if you are looking to buy a heifer. I'm sorry, I'm going to keep most of those heifers, but I will be selling some of these black cows as the years go on. I do have our little South Pole. I shouldn't say little, he's getting much bigger. I'll put a picture of him in here. But our full-blood South Pole bull calf, and his name is Diesel, and he is, I'm not even sure where he's at right now. So all the calves can kind of go underneath this wire, and they don't go too far away from their mamas, but they're able to eat the very best grasses possible, and they get first dibs on it. The mama cows, they get enough to be able to fill their bellies and be able to have enough nutrients and everything, but the calves definitely get that higher energy, which is great for a grass-fed beef in that first year, to be able to fatten them up as much as possible, because it has an impact on the outcome of the meat. But Diesel is going to, I haven't made up our minds yet if we're going to sell him or if we're going to keep him. We are getting to the point where Cadillac is still our main herd bull, and we're obviously going to be keeping Cadillac. But with Diesel, it's a decision at some point in the next year. Does he turn out to be a good looking bull? I'm sure that he will, but at the same time, we don't want to guess at things. We want to make sure that he turns out to be good. And then whenever that happens, we'll make the decision. Do we keep him as our second bull, or do we want to be able to sell him to someone else so that they can start their own South Pole bull business, or South Pole cattle business, just like we are here. And yeah, that's kind of where we're at with him. But guys, the grass is doing good. The cows, I have been fencing them really close to this wooded area, and this wooded area is giving them a lot of shade. There's another pasture on the other side of the wooded area, and they've just been eating down a lot. Now it's been about 95, 98 degrees at the top for this last couple of weeks. It's been pretty warm, but the cows are in a low spot. They've got plenty of shade. They've got plenty of water. Still continuing all the things that we talked about in our heat tolerance video, or what is it called? Beat the heat video. But yeah, I apologize, this is just shot on my cell phone today, but I wanted to give you all a short update. And if you're interested in buying any grass-fed beef, and you're in the Middle Tennessee area, please let me know, and look forward to seeing y'all next week. Have a great one.